What I have right here, it's a street solar light that I'm gonna use in order to deliver a source of light during the night when eventually it's storing during the day from the sun. Because as you know, it has a battery right here and a solar panel that will absorb the power of the sun to be delivered during the night. And of course, this one is super easy to set up, no matter if you're gonna set it up on your garage, on the building, or on a pole in order to deliver that source of light during the night. And of course powerful enough in order to light up a whole street or eventually a backyard or front of the garage. This one in particular was sent to me for evaluation purposes, but of course this will be my own opinion on this masterpiece because I'm planning to install it right there on that pole. And of course this one has 8,000 watt power to accommodate and eventually give a source of light for that whole area that I have right here. So basically, if I want to install it on the pole, it comes with a bracket that I'm going to use in order to set it up. But if you want to use it on a flat surface like concrete, you may drill the holes and eventually screw them in, because it comes also with the screws that you need in order to do so. And of course, a remote control to make the operation of this one super easy. Alright, so I have to admit that the installation process was super easy. It took about 10 minutes for me to easily install it on the pole, because of course we have all the screws and tools in order to do so. And eventually, now that we are done, we have to activate it by pushing the power button. That's how it's gonna show that this one is on and it's charging straight from the sun right now, showing you the percentage eventually with a radar sensor. The sensor is designated to sense the movement in order to go from low light to bright every time somebody will go under it. And of course with a remote control that you set up in order to shut it down, turn it on when you want it, adjust the percentage of the light, the brightness, eventually how many hours you want it to work, and eventually the sensor mode right here in the middle. So let me wait for the dark to show you how it really works in the dark and how much light can deliver. Eventually 8,000 watt, more than enough. Now eventually let's talk about the perspective of light during the night. If you're gonna turn on this masterpiece, you're gonna have an enormous amount of light straight from the sun eventually, because this one is not binded with the line that you're gonna pay your bills. Comes straight from the sun in order to deliver an enormous amount of light. And of course you're gonna be able to easily adjust that 25%, 50%, 75%, 100, and eventually the motion detector. The motion detector eventually, if nobody will move in front of it, is gonna dim eventually to a minimum in order not to use the electricity that this one gathered through the day. And eventually when it's gonna go to a lower source, you're gonna see the difference, and as soon as you're gonna move, this one will get bright again, which eventually is very convenient in terms of saving that source of light. And of course you can easily adjust it for 2 hours, 3 hours, up to 6 hours and 8 hours even, in order to have that source of light straight from the sun. An outstanding source of light that you can easily install on your own, because it's super easy to install, very efficient in order to save on that electricity bill. And of course definitely a great add-on to any parking lot, business, backyard, driveway, because when you're gonna come home, this one will turn on in order to show you the path. So if you guys are looking for an outstanding solar light, outdoor solar light, you should definitely have to consider this masterpiece, because this one is definitely a recommendation from me. My name is Andre and I absolutely approve this message.